Gooden Morgan. Good morning. That's the words, right, Philip? That's the words. Good. Kyle M. Shalom, Bear Nation. What's up, Iron Wolf? Iron Wolf? Oh, hello, Iron Wolf. Huh? I'm a very rival right now, Liberty. Me make a best video for internet right now, Liberty. Oh, look, it's a Liberty.
Hey.
Oh, hey. Good morning, everybody. You guys, you watched the Dog and Pony Show last night? I watched the Dog and Pony Show last night. Did you watch it, Mike? Come here, tell everybody what you think about the Dog and Pony Show. Come on, have a seat. I tell you what I saw. I saw a client talking to a bunch of other clients, but that's a wildly unpopular opinion in the day and age of MAGA.
I saw a bunch of grumpy people.
Well, Mike,
What'd you see?
the people on the right of Trump did not stand up for anything, even the kids and, and the people that got murdered and all that stuff. Yeah, they weren't very emotional at all. And of course, they had their little signs.
Elon steals.
Yeah. Medicaid, save Medicaid, and lies, and
yeah. One of them had a save veterans sign.
And I was actually surprised that the sergeant of arms took that one Al Green guy out.
Yep.
I didn't think that was.
He had to go. Well, so did you notice in the speech where he brought up eggs? The price of eggs. Eggs are very high. Do you know why I did that? Because there was chatter that the Democrats were all walking in with an egg in their pocket,
I heard that.
and they were going to egg him.
AOC was supposed to, and then apparently she didn't show up.
They were going to egg the president during his address to Congress, and well, I mean, three people can keep a secret as long as two of them are dead, right? So that obviously got out. So he was trolling them when he brought up.
And he loves to troll.
Oh gosh, he was actually pretty well behaved, I thought, last night.
I like how he said too, all your laws suck. I guess you just needed a new president or something
Yeah.
like that.
Turns out you didn't need new laws, you just needed a new president.
And he told Bobby, looks like we're actually more healthy than we thought.
I guess we're healthier than we
300-year-olds.
thought, Bobby.
Yeah.
We've got one person is 360 years old, 100 years older than the country. It's very impressive.
But those transgender mice.
Yeah. Did you see the scientists have gene spliced a woolly mammoth onto a mouse in a lab?
Wow.
They isolated the DNA from 12,000 years ago, if you're into that shit. And they have these woolly ass mice now. Now, listen, I've done no research on this. I just saw the headline of an article. It could be AI bullshit. It could be real. I don't know. But this is why we need flamethrowers and we need to kill all the robots. Because at some point, which would you rather fight, Mike? 100 mouse-sized woolly mammoths or one woolly mammoth-sized mouse? Ooh. Doc, which would you rather fight? 100 mouse-sized woolly mammoths or one mammoth-sized mouse?
I would say that mammoth-sized mouse because it's just one, and you can get a big old 300 Win Mag or whatever.
Like an elephant gun or something? Yeah.
Nah, I'll go with the little ones.
The little ones? That'd be
Step on 'em.
two. I'm kicking them bitches all over the room.
Like peanut butter trap.
It's like
man.
tarantula mating season. You just got all these hundreds of little things.
I feel like if you had a bunch of mouse-sized woolly mammoths, it'd be fun to play with. You could make a little enclosure, and they romp across the prairie, and they run all day, and it's only 4 feet.
Create your own
Camel
woolly
spider
mammoth
fights.
circus.
Yeah, dude, we could P.T. Barnum the shit out of this. Yeah, so it's our new business model. One giant mouse is not that impressive, but 100 small woolly mammoths, that's pretty impressive. You get your G.I. Joes to ride on the back of them and stuff. He-Man versus Skeletor. Come on, it'd be awesome. All right.
What else?
So anyway, the president said words last night. What else do you think about the words that he said? I got pissed when he's like, we've turned off all the foreign aid, all of it. No, you haven't. $14 billion to Israel in the last 30 days. That kind of pissed me off. Because, why do we feel the need to lie? I thought we were over that. I also didn't love the... if you haven't figured this out already, I got it out for Pam Bondi. I don't like Pam Bondi.
I think he's trolling her. I think he wants her to screw up.
Oh, you think that's what he was doing?
I think he put her there so she can see, because especially when all the senators passed the men and turned down the men and girls sports thing yesterday in the Senate.
Yep.
So now he knows all the bad rhinos and all that stuff. I personally think she's there to so he can see that, because she doesn't like guns either.
I know.
So
he's giving her enough rope for her to hang herself.
that's what I think.
Probably literally at this point.
That's my opinion.
Okay. I would be okay with that. I don't like her. Now, so maybe when he's like, you're going to be very busy, Pam. Pam's going to be very busy in a jail cell, I'd be good with that.
Yeah.
Me personally.
Another thing that pisses me off, and I don't know if you said it last night or not, is the fact that I don't understand how she or Cash cannot get into that building in southern New York to get the shit that's...
No shit. You and me could get into that building in southern New York if we wanted to, the Southern District of New York.
So why is, so again, we're playing games with all these released JFK and this, that, and the other. Are we ever going to release it? I don't think so.
No.
I don't think we're going to see what we want to see.
Well, I agree with that. So the Epstein files have to be heavily redacted per Pam Bondi because of the implications on national security. Let's say the quiet part out loud. Why does the pedophilic satanic human trafficking ring have implications with national security?
Because they're all in government.
Oh, shit. Oh, wow. Wow, because at least 200 of his clients are currently serving, air quote, in the United States government.
Why the hell was Pelosi there? She's not even in Congress or Senate or House anymore. Why was she just a figurehead support?
I have no idea. I have, maybe.
I don't know.
I hate her.
All right, brother, I'm going to go.
All right, yeah, go get to work or something.
Did he call out Rubio at the end too?
Did he? I don't know. Come here. I had to go to bed. I went to bed. You said he called out Rubio?
Yeah, I thought at the end he was saying that there was like so many votes for him, and there was one or two that didn't vote for him, and it was at the very end of it, and he was basically saying like, I know you're in the swamp.
Yeah. Oh. Well, Rubio is his Secretary of State.
Yeah.
Currently. So maybe that was a little sweat because he's unhappy about the Ukraine minerals deal.
I think it was kind of like, hey, I know you've done stuff in the past, so you need to,
act right.
Yeah.
Act right.
I'm watching you, kind of thing.
I like it.
Yeah, we were watching on the couch last night.
Me
We kept
too.
telling the kids,
Same. My wife bought 2 new recliners, which was cool, at the feed store. They were, but I walked in and I was like, what? How did this happen? My son was like, they barely fit in my truck. So I was actually in my home office on a call, and I walked out of my home office and I'm like, what is this? What happened here? Yeah, it's okay.
You're not a part of it. You don't have to.
Exactly, Wilby. Where are the arrests and convictions?
I was hoping that binder that was sitting in front of him on the podium was going to be the list, and he was just going to start naming people. That's
Me
what
too.
I was hoping.
I was hoping he was gonna go, and we're gonna arrest this side of the room, all of them.
Yeah.
You're all going to prison for a long, long time. It's gonna.
I'm assuming it was his speech in case the prompters went out there. It was probably just printed.
That's
Did you
interesting.
see he had the prompter on that side?
Come here, Fo. Come here, Fo.
He had them on both sides.
Sit down. Sit down. Tell the people. What do you think?
They were asking him,
I'm asking.
I didn't get to watch all of it. I caught the tail end of it because I was boxing with Dudley.
Good job.
I thought it was really interesting how the prompter, like he was speaking, he was turning this way.
Yep.
And that's the way he was speaking and talking to. He was like dismissing that side of the room the whole time.
Yeah, he was like.
unless he was talking and calling them out.
Yeah, unless he was pointing fingers and knife handing.
It's like, there's nothing I can say to make this side of the room happy, which apparently is true. They didn't clap. Did they clap one time?
They clapped one time when he talked about how much money they sent to Ukraine.
Okay.
That's when they clapped.
That's
How
when.
much money did America get?
Yeah, you know why? Because it ended up back in their pockets. Yeah. I don't know. Dog and Pony Show. I watched it, most of it, somewhere around 9:45 Central Time. I was like, I'm gonna go to bed. But it was. I thought he presented well. I wish that there had been more. I wish he'd been more stern. He talked a lot about the economy, tariffs and tax breaks. What's that?
Her hands are really dry.
Lauren's hands are really dry. He talked about Lauren, her hands, they're like the Sahara. They're made of sand, people. Lauren's a sand people. She has hands like cacti. Very dry hands. She uses a gallon of lotion a day. Elon's gonna shut it down. Lots of money.
Stop going to Ukraine.
I did find it interesting that Elon was there. That was interesting. So, I don't know. Here's my concern. I think the country needs radical change, or we're not going to have a country anymore. And I'm concerned that we may not have enough new to outweigh the old. That's my concern. So you guys can let me know in the comments what you think about it. Oh my gosh, is that a deck box?
It is.
Oh, we would never work with them. Or would we? I winked with the wrong eye. Strap bar. I winked with the wrong eye.
Wink with the left eye, you're gay, and you wink at the right eye, you're not?
No, one eye is facing towards the camera, one isn't. I don't know. Is there a gay wink, Fo? Which one is it? Which gay? Show me. I'm not a subject matter expert in the gay wink. Perhaps you could demonstrate for the class. Oh yeah, throw your leggings on real quick before you. I know the sew shop's got to make them. Did we pick a fabric? A gwink. Oh, Daryl. Daryl, why do you know? Daryl knows about the gwink. The gwink. The gwink. I think there's a little. You gotta.
Is it like this?
No, that's like we're about to do. Well, no. At first, it was like that. We're about to do some shady shit, but I feel really uncomfortable right now. If you could please not be anywhere near me.
Physical sizing.
Dudley, get over here and get your boy. He's out of control.
I needed there Monday.
Anyway, the president. I don't know. I would say he was presidential. I wish that he'd gone harder. He talked a lot about the economy, talked a lot about the border. It was interesting to me with as much praise as he had for the border that maybe Mike is right about the trolling, because he mentioned Elon talking about the economy. He mentioned Pam Bondi. He mentioned Kristi Noem on the border. Kristi is funny to me. Former governor of South Dakota, I believe. Real pretty lady, horse lady, who's just now her whole social media is her just taking pictures with perfectly curled hair in a plate carrier surrounded by ICE goons that are doing deportations. It's an interesting contrast. But he mentioned her. But when he was talking about operational control of the southern border using the U.S. military, he didn't bring up Pete Hegseth. That's interesting. And I think I like Pete. I think when I say I like Pete, I feel like he and I could have some beers, have a whiskey, sit down and chat, and we would get along. As far as like who he is as a person, I don't really know. But his men respect him, and that's a big deal. Big Cheese. I trust the dirty needle on the ground in downtown Minneapolis more than the people in the room where Trump spoke. 100%. Yeah, you're right, Daryl. No Epstein mentions. Not a single mention of it. He talked a lot about the economy. Do you guys see that BlackRock now has the controlling stake of ownership in the two ports on the either end of the Panama Canal? That's interesting. Did he mention Pete? Maybe I missed it, Alan. I was fighting children, so I could have missed it. But I didn't catch him mentioning Pete. So that's kind of the overview of the Congressional Shit Show. Democrats bad, Republicans good, says Trump. Best economy ever, most popular president since George Washington. Blah blah blah. We're gonna make it the golden age of America. When he said that, he paused. He goes, "We're entering the golden age of America." I was expecting him to say something cool like, "And for these reasons, I've canceled the national debt. No more IRS. We're starting the American Crypto Fund, and we have 43,000 tons of gold in Fort Knox, live streaming right now on X." Like, that would have been awesome if he had said something like that. He didn't. I would have if I was the speechwriter. If you're going to continuously bring up the golden age of America, cool, let's get back on the gold standard. Speaking of which, Mr. Dustin Pribble. Dustin, I would like to thank you because, I don't know, a year ago, you paid for an order in silver to Refuge. And the box of silver ended up sitting on a shelf until we were just doing spring cleaning yesterday, and we're like, I wonder what's in this box. Actually, Britt found it. She's like, oh, look, a box full of silver. And so she's like, what should we do with this? And I was like, I don't know. So I did a quick head count. There were 14 people in the office yesterday. There were 70 ounces of silver. So everybody in the office got a refuge dividend of 5 ounces of silver. Super cool. Thank you, Dustin. Wouldn't have been able to do that if you hadn't paid for an order with silver. Appreciate it. And I was telling everybody yesterday, silver historically tracks between 7 and 10 to 1 to gold. Current exchange rate's like 92.18 to 1. Okay? So gold, call it 3,000 an ounce. Silver should be at 7 to 1 or 10 to 1. We'll just go with 10 to 1. Should be 300 an ounce, not 30 an ounce. All right. So I was like, right now you got, I think it's $32 spot price or something as of yesterday. Right now you got 5 ounces. That's $180. I'd hold on to it because if this corrects in the near future, it could be $800 or $1,800 worth of silver, which would be cool. The only way to make it all stop is to stop all foreign aid. Everyone has to stop paying taxes. Bro, don't even start me on taxes. I know. I've been paying taxes for well over 25 years as an entrepreneur, not as a W-2 wage slave. And what I paid in taxes last year would have completely paid off my house. Done. Gone. What I'll pay in taxes in this year, unless the president does something about it, would buy one of my children a house. And then next year would buy another one of my children a house. And see, the reason they tax us is so that you can't create generational wealth. Because if you have generational wealth, you get off of their hamster wheel. If you get off of their hamster wheel, you find out pretty quick, oh, you don't actually need these assholes, which makes it that much harder for them to exert control over you. So taxation is a control mechanism. It's not a financial mechanism because the money is make-believe and they print that shit anyway with or without our approval. Taxation is a control mechanism, not a financial mechanism. And if you want proof of that, go ahead and don't pay your taxes for a significant period of time, and literally men with guns will come and put you in a box. Which is why I have my own box filled with men with guns. In part. And women with guns. Britt has a belt fed. It's live. Really, it's 1919 A4 right there. It's right there. You got. Some of y'all don't believe me. Some of you guys think I'm just speaking in hyperbole.
I know, it won't let me select the Edson for some reason. I don't know why.
Not speaking in hyperbole. See, there's Britt's machine gun, and there's the front door. You like here. Does this picture illustrate what exactly is going on here? Oh, look
For
at
the
that!
table.
That's awesome. Right next to the machine gun.
Well, yeah. I was talking about the table at the event. But
Oh, well,
Here, too.
you should, in the meanwhile, put it right next to the machine gun. With the correct link feeder claw? Oh, yeah, buddy. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we got M13 links and we got cloth
love
belts.
it.
So we could go
Who
either.
keeps asking? Beartron?
No,
Here you go, Bear.
No, it is Beartron.
It is Beartron. Here you go, Beartron. He's
I
been
get you
talking
in a
about a
shot.
live save board.
Gosh,
for
you are.
like 2 years.
You look
now.
so tiny.
I'm 5'3".
Are you
and a
really?
half.
You're only
You're
and a
taller
half.
than me.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you're shorter than she is.
Yeah. I'm 5'2".
You're doing a great job.
Thanks.
It has nothing to do with
Appreciate
the
it.
fact that you're just a little tiny
If
person.
Yoshi was here, then
Yoshi is gigantic.
He
I'm
is.
telling you, we got to
He's
make
5
it
foot 18 inches.
5 foot 18 inches. That's great.
so in my mind, shorter than me.
We gotta make Yoshi lay down on the ground and then check his fingers and toes. It's a biblical reference. Hunter gets it. Hooter and Tora gets it. Everybody else is like,
How do you feel
what?
about English being the official American language?
Oh, that's right. We have an executive order. English is the official language of the United States of America now.
And the Gulf of America. He
Who's-
said that
Oh,
several
yeah, he
times.
did that.
He brought up Gulf of America many times. But Bear, it's not a negev. Hey, listen, you take what you can get, okay? And we're very thankful. Thank you, Uncle Tommy, for the 1919 A4. We greatly appreciate you. What? Oh, I know, because we're resetting for Ruckus. Ruckus is coming, so our little retail corner over here looks like we're going out of
Well, we're
business.
packing up and setting up tomorrow. So
Yeah. We're not going out of business currently, subject to change at any moment based upon the economy. But currently, no, we're not going out of business. Yes, be positive. We're in business. It's great. We're good Americans, and we are productive, and we pay our taxes. And yeah, he says as the Liberty flag hangs over his shoulder. All right. Written brief. Across the Carolinas, more than 175 wildfires tore through over 6.5 square miles of land and forced evacuations. Mr. I'm never bugging out. Hey, your shit's on fire. You leaving now? No, I'm staying here till I die. Cool. You'll be well done. The largest blaze, dubbed the Covington Lane Fire, scorched 1,600 acres near Myrtle Beach in the Carolina Forest community. By Sunday evening, the fire was 30% contained, allowing some residents to return to their homes. In North Carolina, near the towns of Tryon, and Saluda, a bushfire caused by a fallen power line quickly spread to a nearby mountain, threatening multiple structures and burning over 481 acres. The blaze was 30% contained as of Monday morning, with several fire departments responding to protect homes in the area. Why should you care? Because most people prep for Russia nuking the United States, or Chinese hacking that takes down the grid, or the Panamanian paratroopers landed 3 towns over. And we got to decide, are we gonna run, fight, hide? What are we gonna do? You should be prepped for the power goes out due to winter weather. A tree falls on a power line and causes a fire. Contagious outbreak of an actual disease, unlike all the shit that's been peddled on us for the last 5 years. That, job loss, injury, sickness, an unexpected additional child. All these are great reasons to prep because they're the most likely reasons to prep. Not necessarily Vladimir Putin hits a big red button and nukes are inbound and, oh, what are we gonna do? I mean, that shit sucks too. You got about 15 minutes to figure it out, but much more likely that your power is gonna go out because of the thing, or there's gonna be a fire, or you're gonna get into a motor vehicle accident and be out of work for 4 months. Okay, these things happen all the time. The conditions that sparked these fires remain a serious concern. Weather officials warned Monday that elevated fire danger would continue throughout the region. Quote, the combination of dry fuels, limited rainfall, and very low humidity will lead to an elevated risk of adverse fire behavior today, end quote, cautioned the U.S. Forest Service's National Forest in North Carolina in a social media post. These conditions have created a perfect storm for rapid fire spread despite lighter winds and cooler temperatures. Also, shout out to the Grindstone team that is on their way to Allen, Oklahoma and Ada, Oklahoma today, right now, convoying out that way to go be the hands and feet of the Most High, because there were some tornadoes that touched down there, and they are going to go do that thing. And I met with them this morning at what was going to be the Grindstone Leadership Training Summit this week, and instead turned into a real-world Grindstone deployment. So they're amazing human beings. I am in the flesh frustrated that I am not with them, but that's okay because I'm supposed to be sabbaticaling. And so if/when the creator tells me to go, I will go. I'm also functioning as their QRF and subject matter expert if needed. If they get into a situation that they can't handle, they're going to let me know, and I'll come out there and handle it. And by handle it, I mean like some really sketchy trees, because I have a lifetime of experience with sketchy trees. Are you going to do the gwink now that you got your hat on? No?
The wink with the hat on?
But yeah, Grindstone is out there doing the things today. So thank you to everybody who supports grindstoneministries.com. And look out for on their social media, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Oh my gosh. You don't touch me. You can't hold guns on YouTube live streams anymore. It's so gay.
I take advantage.
Why are you gay? Who is gay? You are gay. Who says I'm gay? You say you're gay. Mister? Do I call you mister? The scope of the emergency prompted South Carolina Governor Harry McCallister to declare a state of emergency to, quote, further support wildfire response efforts across the state, end quote, and to ensure first responders, quote, continue to have the resources they need, end quote. A statewide burn ban remains in effect as authorities work to prevent new fires from igniting. The South Carolina National Guard mobilized resources to assist containment efforts, including 2 Black Hawk helicopters capable of carrying approximately 600 gallons of water each. Hopefully they fly them and use them for righteous things, unlike in Hurricane Helene, which is not, still to this day, doesn't add up. I did notice, I got a little hair on the back of my neck standing uppy when Trump was like, and we've authorized at a national level strategic reserves of minerals and ores. I was like, oh, like lithium? Like that shit that happened out in California, that shit that happened out in Maui, that shit that happened in Appalachia. Sketchy. Don't love it. Sketchy. But that was during the Biden administration. Trump didn't make that happen. No, it didn't make it happen. I didn't say that. But if it just happened to fall in his lap and it gets exploited for those reasons because it's great for the national economy. Well, yeah, but what about the people who are going to get cancer and die because the drinking water has been polluted in Appalachia? So Bobby will fix them. We're going to make America very healthy. They'll be fine. Wonderful shots in the arm for everybody. Okay, sure. A storm system is expected to enter the area midweek, that's today, bringing rains to aid the battle against the flames. Giant storm system that just, like, from Mexico to Canada, who are apparently our enemies now. Whatever. Mexico to Canada, giant storm that is moving from west to east, as they're supposed to. Don't always, but as they're supposed to. Raucous attendance is mandatory, says Striker Cade. I said I'm not gonna go, but Striker Cade said you're going. So I was like, okay, we're going. JD, get in the chopper. Somebody find Pam. Somebody find Christy. We're going to the Raucous. It's gonna be wonderful. We're gonna put on backpacks filled with weights, probably gold, maybe gold, I don't know. And we're going to march around downtown Fort Smith, and there'll be police cars and an ambulance and lots of boots, many people, wonderful people, many fine people on both sides. It's going to be wonderful. We're going to raise so much money. It's going to be the golden age of counter-trafficking. They said that you couldn't do it, but we've done it. We've done it twice, folks, twice. We're going to be marching at therefugeruckus.com. Everyone should go, mostly to see Striker Cade get obliterated in the tug of war, because Team Creamy is for the gays. Everyone knows it. Gay and retarded. You can say it now. First Amendment is back. That was another thing that pissed me off. We've restored the First Amendment. Oh, really? I just got out of Twitter jail for 7 days for saying some mild shit. I have my stuff policed on YouTube all the time. All the time. All the time. But don't worry. Free speech is back, baby. It's fine. Everything's good. It's wonderful. Somebody should tell the tech oligarchs that free speech is back. I would really appreciate it. As usual, climate change data suggests these challenges may be intensifying. South Carolina's last 30 years have been warmer than any previous consecutive 30-year period, which Dr. Ben Davidson from Space Weather News, formerly Suspicious Observers, would tell us always precedes a major cooling. You always get a slight bump in temperatures and then a major decline. In other words, you should have winter weather gear and know how to use it, and maybe some snowshoes. Even if I live in Miami? Yes, even if you live in Miami. Quite possible. Team Crunchy is going to get creamed. Hey, listen, the Super Crex. Whatever you got to tell yourself as you kiss your boyfriend, all right? None of my business. South Carolina's last 30 years have been warmer than any previous consecutive 30-year period, with summer precipitation decreasing, according to the Strategic Statewide Resilience and Risk Reduction Plan, the SRRP. Can you say that, Philip? Sasararapa. It's 3 raras. Sasararapa. 3 raras, Lauren. Sarararapa. Sa-sa-ra-ra-ra-pa. Who comes up with this shit? Syrup. Thank you, Nick. Syrup, according to the SIRUP, Strategic State Resilience Risk Reduction Plan. In North Carolina, rising temperatures have increased the severity of naturally occurring droughts despite more extreme rainfall events. In other words, nature's mood swings are becoming more extreme, so prepare accordingly. The end. That's the written brief. I must pee. Would anybody like to speak to the Bear Nation while I go urinate? Britt's going to come speak to you about things. What? I don't know. I'll be in the restroom. Yeah, I mean, keep it righteous. You know, keep it between the lines. Like, you
I
know.
don't think I ever would say anything outside of those.
Yeah, don't say
words.
Team Creamy is gay.
I'm Team Creamy.
She doesn't have to say Team Creamy is gay, because I'll say it.
I'm Team Creamy. I would never say that. Now, whoever sent that Team Crunchy stuff last week.
Oh, that was Forgotten
hilarious.
Friend? Tell Forgotten Friend what I did with that.
He threw it in the trash.
Immediately.
But I got to see it first, and some of us in the office got to see it, and it was hilarious. So, good morning, guys. How are you this morning? This is.
I'm not offended.
So you guys want to know what was in the package that was sent for Team Crunchy that TJ immediately threw in the trash?
Does that bother you?
No, it's fine. I don't care. Okay, so in the package was 3 things. There was 2 books that said some very interesting things about small penises and gay people, is basically what it said. And somebody like wrote, whoever sent it wrote on the outside of the book cover. And then they also sent a red pouch that was a CVS pharmacy first aid kit, and they filled it with panty liners, and it was hilarious. It was the best. It did end up in the trash, but it was really funny. Who did he say? Forgotten unfriend forgotten, or forgotten unfriend is who sent it, and it was spot on because I'm Team Creamy, so it was awesome. But how are you guys this morning? It is Wednesday. Refuge will be live at 1 p.m. today. We are talking about all the things. We have promos going on. We'll probably cover some of the news, talk a little bit about what happened last night. Yeah, I don't know who Forgotten Friend is. I don't know. Somebody.
He's not worth knowing.
Apparently he's not worth knowing, per somebody who yelled way back there. Everyone thinks it's really funny, though. Oh, you want to see Bear? Look, look. Oh. Ta-da! It's not anything as extravagant as we were talking about. It's still in the works to do a big one, but at least for events and the ruckus this weekend, we wanted to have something to be able to display what the number is at. So we're at 142 lives saved, including Project Tribute. So I'm glad you like it, Bertrand. You gotta keep asking. Follow through. I remember what I was doing, sitting on the couch or something, and I was like, oh, we could do one of those LED boards. It's backwards because the camera is portrait, or whatever it is, the front camera, because YouTube's weird. But it is correct. Man, that belt. So, and then Buckshot said, man, that belt fed has saved a lot of lives.
It has. It has.
It's been a great deterrent for the door,
wrong
too.
place to rob.
That's how I got my purple ankle kit. Yes, and if you guys are going to be at the Refuge Ruckus this weekend, we are bringing purple ankle kits. The SEW team is stitching them together today to be able to have them at the events this weekend. I know Dana's going to be there wearing her purple ankle kit.
Dana?
So, Dana, if anyone
On
talks
Friday?
to you about your purple ankle kit,
Dana Friday.
send them to the table because we will have them available for sale.
That's not this Dana. This is not it's not a strike against this Dana. I used to know a Dana in my previous life who was an interior designer, and everything was a question. And she only came to set on Fridays. So on Friday, the whole crew would talk like this because it was Dana Friday. Philip, can you pass the circular saw?
I took a training one time for from a girl who did that. Every single sentence out of that woman's mouth was a question.
Was a question?
The worst training I ever got was an OSHA 40-hour class that took close to 60 hours because the instructor, every sentence included, so...
You're correct, Sarah. This Dana is.
Okay, so, you'll need a hard hat, so... If you flip the hard hat over, you know...
Adventure kits, if it's a red one, they're coming off the production line today, and we are going to get them shipped out between today and tomorrow. And then if you ordered an adventure kit within the last week or two, those will go out next week. But those of you who have been waiting, I know we have some outstanding orders for, a little bit now. I appreciate your patience. They are coming off the production line today, and Mike has already pulled all the contents for them so that we can get them stuffed and shipped out the door.
This my friend.
And Dana, we're bringing your red adventure kit to the Ruckus this weekend. Yes.
I dropped it
And Tora Sisters, Amy's Red Adventure Kit, we're also bringing this weekend. So if you guys have an outstanding order and you're coming to the Ruckus this weekend, let us know and we will put it together in a box and put your name on it and get it set at the table, and we can just hand deliver it to you because we'll be seeing you. You're welcome, Dana.
Let us know. We'll put you in a box. That's what I heard Brooke say.
Oh, it's if they have outstanding orders with us, we can just hand deliver it to them.
Only the outstanding ones, though. The mediocre ones, we're not going to do that for. You have to have an outstanding order, and then.
Every one of our people is outstanding.
Oh, you're so good at this customer service shit. I'm not so. I'm like try harder. Do 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 do. Boom boom boom. Had a guy come in yesterday looking for confined space entry who had his team cranking down manholes on a material winch. OSHA training is primo. That's awesome. The Association for the Recovery of Children is offering a training in my area. Is anyone familiar with them? That's the second time in under 24 hours that ARC has come up. I don't know them personally.
Yeah, that thing right there.
I would just ask, number one, how much money have you raised? Number two, how many recoveries have you done? Number three, and here's the important one, how many of those recoveries were done in the United States of America? And then number four, what is your pipeline for these recovered children? Where do they go? And if you can't get answers to those questions that satisfy your spirit, then I would go somewhere else. That's my opinion on all of these child rescue 501c3s that are out there. Because the reason I had a very good phone call yesterday that, be it the Father's will lead to more good things for the rescue and recovery of children, the restoration of children. But the person I was on the phone with was like, look, man, I've been doing my due diligence. I've been talking to all kinds of people, doing all kinds of research. And the only thing I can come up with is y'all are actually doing it. I was like, man, I really appreciate that. Thank you. And he goes, I've talked to these people and these people and these people and these people. And nobody, he goes, you're the first person I've talked to that can actually speak articulately with experience on this subject. And I've talked to all these other people. I was like, thanks. I appreciate that. Which may lead, be it the Father's will, to an opportunity to talk to some significantly more influential people about what it is that we do. Cool. Yours will be done. But this guy is organically doing his own research, reaching out, talking to...
Did you just cut your finger? Uh-oh.
Do you still have a finger?
Medic!
Mike,
Somebody go
hurry!
fix Mike. For real. Get some gauze. I don't know from where. Apply direct pressure. I think Mike can only count to 9 3/4 now.
Ow, I heard that slicer too.
Hey, Lauren.
No.
We do trauma medicine here.
One's gonna puke.
TJ, I do marketing here.
So you should be familiar with the fact that we do trauma medicine here. You already have gloves on. Go fix Mike.
Do you have
Did you
skin
take
left?
Did you take it off? No. You got a flap?
It's okay, there's like 12 people helping him right now.
Pressure.
Go look at the flap, Laura.
Direct pressure. Wrap it up. Don't go look at the flap. I don't want to clean your puke off the floor.
I'm not gonna
It's so funny that Lauren works here because she's like blood? And she's just done for. Somebody get a suture kit. Look, of all the places to get injured at work,
Probably the best.
probably the best. I think that response time was somewhere between 4 and 6 seconds.
I had gauze in my hand.
Good job, Mouse. Good job. I don't know where you would get gauze from around here, but Mike got into a fight with the paper cutter. He can now count to 9 3/4. Yes, TQ around the neck. That's correct. So, speaking about any other child recovery restoration organization, do your diligence, man. Call them, talk to them, have conversations with people. If you don't have a conviction from the Spirit, don't participate. If they can't satisfactorily answer your questions, don't participate. And what I told this guy yesterday is the same thing I've been telling y'all for years. I haven't figured out how to quantify the wins for Caleb House, how to share them, because of personal security, operational security, we can't really talk about what we do. And so that's been very, very challenging. So I'm trying to figure out a better way to skin that cat. But I can assure you we're doing it. You can get us on the phone and have conversations if needed. But it was a good conversation. We were supposed to be talking. The father was in the conversation, but it just find it interesting that this guy's like, I've called all these people and talked to all these people, and it sounds like nobody does anything. And it's like, well, you said it, not me. So I think that's the show for today. We got anything else to talk about? Ruckus is coming. Ruckus is this weekend.
Could have cut the whole tip off.
Just the tip? That's naughty, Lauren.
He's holding it down, but you can see like
He's got a flap.
it's
He's got a flap.
Well, we got staples and supers.
If they yap about the details of what they do and take federal money,
Mouse.
run. I agree
wanna
with
clean
you,
the blood off
aka
the
Alice.
floor? I'm out.
Hey, tell them about the ruckus. I'm not allowed to shill for us. So you tell
Alright,
them.
I'll show.
You tell them.
Hey, look, I have gloves in my pocket.
Wow, that's a cool
What's up,
trick.
What's up with that?
Where'd you learn that from?
I don't know. This one guy on the internet. Where'd he cut himself?
Anyways, okay, so the ruckus is coming up this weekend. If you are coming, make sure you stop by the refuge booth. We have lots of cool things. There might be a spinning wheel. You might be able to win some stuff. Who knows? Hi, Tactically Tora. I know you. You're hot. Anyways, shill, baby, shill. Anyways, stop by the booth, guys. We are doing a giveaway, and there's no purchase necessary. You drop your name and number in there. We will pick on Sunday, and you'll find out Sunday.
What
We're
is
giving
the
away.
ruckus, and where do they go to find out more?
The ruckus is an event held through Caleb House for victims of child sex trafficking. If you go, the money that you spend there, it's a fundraiser. I'm doing a really good job.
You're doing great.
The money to go to that is going to go help build the facility to restore them. A lot of places are, rescuing them or saying they're rescuing them, and then they just release them back into the world. There's no rehabilitation, there's no restoration. So Caleb House is helping to restore them, bring them back to a place of peace, help them to heal from everything they've gone through before they go back into the world, so they're not more broken people going into the world and breaking more people. So that is this weekend. We will be rucking, I think it's a 5K.
Yeah.
A 5K around downtown Fort Smith. Last year was amazing. Everybody had flags and they were chanting and it was awesome, and people were driving by like, what is going on? So you're raising awareness, you're raising funds. You get to meet a bunch of incredible people, probably a bunch of people on this live stream, and put names to faces. It's always fun for us to have people come up and say, hey, I'm so-and-so, and we're like, cool. And they're like, I'm so-and-so on YouTube. We're like, oh my gosh, we know you, we love you. So make sure you do that, and stop by our booth. Lots of amazing vendors are going to be there, and please bring a ruck full of Texas, I don't know what you just said. It's going fast. Okay, that's it. Be there or be square.
Good job, Lauren.
Thanks.
Have you fixed Mike yet?
No.
Cool.
Mike is the medic. He fixes himself. Gosh.
What happens when the medic gets injured? Who fixes the medic? This is why you cross-train. That's it. Please keep us in prayer. And keep me in prayer so that I can be obedient to Dad. And not feel like a piece of junk that I'm not currently in the field with grindstone right now. And be able to adhere to all my pastoral duties. The Father gave me an absolutely awesome download on what the teaching for Shabbat is going to be at the Ruckus. It's going to be super cool, super duper 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 cool. And so I'm looking forward to that. And there's at least one wedding I need to perform, and I know there's some baptisms coming. And
42 last year?
42 people got baptized last year, 42. And there were 242 people in attendance, and there's already over 250 who have registered for this year. And we had a lot of walk-ons last year, so who knows? Yeah, you're just where you're supposed to be. Thank you, Miss Lovely Dudley. I appreciate you, sister. So, with that, I love you guys and girls. I appreciate y'all very much. May the Father make his face to smile upon you today, and you experience his peace, his shalom. Be blessed. I'll see you when I see you.